Hey guys, welcome back to Easy English with Kat. Most people do not fail at learning English because they're bad at languages. They fail because they never had a clear roadmap. They study randomly, switch their resources constantly, don't know what level they're at, and don't know what to focus on next. And so these learners stay stuck, sometimes even for years. So in this video, I am giving you my full roadmap from beginner to advanced. It's clear, structured, realistic, and most importantly, sustainable. And at the end of this video, I will give you my best tip for learning languages. This is the one strategy that works every time and at every level. If you apply that one thing consistently, your English will change. But first, let's figure out where you actually are. So, step one, we are going to pick your level right now. Be honest with yourself here. You don't need to be optimistic and you don't need to be harsh, just realistic. And this will provide a good, clear starting point. So, A1 is beginner. You might be A1 if you struggle to form basic sentences, you translate almost everything in your head, you know some vocabulary, but you can't build things together confidently, past tense feels confusing, and you can introduce yourself, but you can't continue the conversation naturally. At this stage, English feels mechanical, and that is normal. Now, A2 is elementary. So you might be A2 if you understand slow speech, you can talk about daily routines, you make many grammar mistakes, but communication is possible. Native speakers still feel overwhelming, and you hesitate a lot. Now, here you're functional, but you're not comfortable. Now, B1, my favorite, is the plateau zone. This is exactly where most people get stuck. I have experienced this many times and it can be very frustrating. You might be B1 if you understand 50 to 70% of conversations, you can explain ideas, but vocabulary is still limited. You avoid debates or complex topics, and you feel not beginner but not quite fluent. And at this stage, progress usually tends to feel very slow. Now, this is the most frustrating stage and the very most important one. Now let's jump to B2. B2 is an independent user. You might be B2 if you understand most podcasts with effort, you can debate ideas, you really don't study grammar much anymore, your mistakes are smaller but still noticeable, and you want to sound more natural. Now at this stage, it really becomes about refinement. And lastly, we have C1. Now this is the advanced level. You might be C1 if you understand almost everything. You struggle more with nuances than you do with structure. You want to polish your language skill. You want confidence, and you want natural rhythm and tone. Now at this stage, it's about sophistication. Wherever you are on this scale, this roadmap applies to you. Now let's build the foundation. We are going to discuss the 3 pillars of real progress. Now, wherever your English skills are, they improve with these 3 pillars. Pillar number 1 is vocabulary density. The more words that you understand, the faster everything becomes. Vocabulary is not decoration, it's not extra, it's access to everything else. When your vocabulary increases, listening improves, reading improves, speaking improves, and most importantly, so does your confidence. So vocabulary is extremely central at every level. Then pillar number 2 is repeated exposure. This is not random exposure, it is repeated exposure. Now let me explain what I mean by this. The same voices, the same patterns, the same structures. Your brain loves familiarity, and especially when you are learning a new language. When you watch the same show consistently, understanding increases automatically. And that is where you find acceleration. Now, pillar number 3 is output with feedback. You must do these things: speak, write, and read aloud. And you need to do them even alone. English is not absorbed, it's built. Now, let's apply these pillars by level. Now, we are going to start with our A1 to A2 roadmap. If you are a beginner, your focus is structure and core vocabulary. So, here is exactly what you need to do. Number 1, you need one structured textbook or course. You need to finish it and don't switch it out. Just one all the way through. The second thing you need to do is you need to learn 500 to 1,000 high frequency words. So the most common words. The third thing you need to do is you need to read out loud every single day. Even simple sentences, and even if you are alone, you have to practice this. The fourth thing you need to do is slow listening, and it should be repeated listening. So listening to the same voices, same things very often. And the fifth thing you need to do is write short paragraphs. At the beginner level, pronunciation matters immediately. If you build incorrect sounds early on, they fossilize and they stick with you. That is exactly why my 7-day English pronunciation workout works at a beginner level. It trains sounds, clarity, and rhythm. And it prevents long-term mistakes. Pronunciation is never only for an advanced level, it's actually the opposite. It's foundational and you need it right when you begin. So now let's move to a B1, B2 action plan. So after you got through the phase of A1 to A2, you're at the B1 level. What do you do now? This is the most important stage. In order to shift to B2, you have to make a switch from studying English to living in English. So here are the areas that you need to focus on. You need to increase your listening volume. You need to stop obsessing over grammar. You need to start thinking in English. You need to expand vocabulary through context. You need to practice shadowing. And you need to write weekly opinion paragraphs. Most people stay stuck at B1 because they consume too much and they consolidate too little. What you need to do to help that is you need to review your vocabulary weekly. You need to make sure that things really start to stick in at this level. Also, at an intermediate level, pronunciation starts to become about clarity and rhythm and not about perfection. That's also why my pronunciation workout works at this stage. At B1, B2, it improves confidence drastically. Now, you've gotten to this point, you're at a B2 level, congratulations. Now, how do we move from B2 to C1? This advanced level has nothing to do with grammar. It's about collocations, nuance, tone, natural phrasing, and most importantly, confidence. So at this stage, you should be listening to podcasts without subtitles. You should also record yourself speaking to see what you actually sound like and the mistakes you are actually making. You should also be practicing argument structures. Next, you should be studying natural, real-life phrases. And the last thing you should be doing is noticing intonation. Pronunciation at this level is polish. It's not about sounding native, it's about sounding clear and confident. That's also why the same pronunciation workout applies here too. So here is the weekly universal template that you can always use. This is the system and it's very simple actually. On weekdays, you have a core study. This is about 20 to 30 minutes. You have vocabulary capture, where you write down all of your new words and study new vocabulary. Then you have your listening, where you listen to podcasts, TV shows, music, something of the sort. And lastly, you practice reading aloud or speaking. That's it. Altogether, it actually won't take you very long, but you are covering all the basics of what you need to work on. And we just covered exactly what you need to focus on for each level. Then on the weekends, you have a different focus. This includes immersion, full vocabulary review from the whole week, a full recap, and you read your writing aloud. And the rules here are very simple. The number one rule is every day you do something. Not everything, you don't have to do it all, but you do something. Also, no streak obsession, no guilt. Don't obsess over it. Just try to do something every day. Consistency is your greatest asset. Whatever you can be the most consistent with, however you want to break down these pillars in your week, go for it. Do it that way. However you can stick to it is the best way for you. So now let's talk about how you can move through these levels. If you want acceleration, you need to stop restarting. Stop searching for better apps. You need to stick to one main system. You should replace your passive scrolling with English input. Track your vocabulary growth, watch all the words you start to take in, and start speaking even before you feel ready. Speed comes from reducing the friction, reducing all of these areas that make it too hard, too confusing. That is where you are going to find the most speed and acceleration and ultimately progress. What you don't want to do is increase pressure. We don't want to do that. All we want to do is make it as easy as possible to keep doing it. All right, and here is my tip for language learning. I have learned 3 foreign languages and I've taught English as a foreign language for many years, and this is always what makes the difference. This works every time at every level, and the people who succeed are not the most talented. They are the ones who never fully stop. Not perfect, not intense, just consistent. Even when they feel tired, insecure, unmotivated, and busy, they still do something. That can be one sentence, one page, one podcast, one paragraph, listening to one song even. It's about just something. Now, if you build English into your life one way or another, you will succeed. Find one area in your life where you can fit it in no matter what. For me, it has always been my commute. If I am going somewhere by car, by bus, walking, I am listening to something in that language. Listen to a podcast. You can even listen to a TV show, music, anything. But that way you are at least getting some input every day, no matter what. If you can make that your base level, your foundation, you will succeed, and I promise. Fluency will become inevitable if you do this. Now you know your level, your roadmap, your weekly structure, and your acceleration strategy. I have tons more videos that tell you all about specific ways to access vocabulary, input, workbooks, all of that information. So take a look at the playlist below and you'll see more videos with tips here. If you follow this consistency for 12 months, I promise your English will not be the same. And if you want to improve clarity and confidence at any stage, my 7-day English pronunciation workout is linked below. Comment your level below and tell me what is your biggest obstacle when it comes to learning English. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel and it helps me be able to make more videos just like this. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.